Hey students, today we will be going through the second and third argument against material monism. The second argument surrounds astronomical data. The first use of astronomical data to disprove science's connection to naturalism is the fine-tuning theory. Whether or not you are a naturalist or a theist, the fine-tuning of the cosmos is a fact that demands an intelligent explanation. This theory proposes that way before the formation of the Earth, the solar systems, galaxies, etc., there was low entropy in the universe, also known as order. When the Big Bang occurred, it was theorized that everything was in perfect proportion: the amount of carbon present, the weight of each atom, the energy produced. If something were to be off by even a tiny percentage, it would have thrown the whole universe off. This proves that the formation of the universe was highly improbable, that all the proportions were to match by chance. The probability of the process to occur chronologically would be ever increasingly improbable as each of the steps occurred, making it approach the level of infinite improbability. There must have been an intelligent designer that closely guided the beginning of the universe. As we progress through time, the universe progresses to high entropy disorder. Naturalism is based on uniformity, the belief that everything in the universe is constant, and this disproves that. With this assumption arises the argument: is the age of the cosmos constant everywhere in the universe? Einstein's theory of relativity shows that gravity has a direct impact on time. Places in the universe with stronger gravitational pulls, such as a black hole or an enormous star, will experience time differently than us. We also know that the universe is expanding infinitely. Logically, we can show that the newly born parts of the universe are younger. While naturalism clearly does not agree with theism, some people ask, is there a point at which these two views can compromise? This compromise is usually presented as theistic evolution. Theistic evolution asserts that life and soul are not interconnected. This leads to the conclusion that they believe humans have two centers of awarenesses, because they argue that humans were somewhat aware prior to being infused with the soul. This challenges historical theism, as they don't believe that humans have two centers of awareness. Even so, historical theism and theistic evolution share common ground on certain points. Both views believe that the soul exists following loss of life, and that hominids did not become human until the soul was infused by God. Naturalists believe that all is matter, and therefore that there is no soul apart from the body, which challenges both views. Naturalism and theistic evolution also agree on a few things, but don't resolve the difference in their belief regarding the soul. Both agree that humans continue to evolve, and that as a result, some humans will naturally be superior physically and intellectually. They also believe that human struggles occur naturally. Historical theism challenges these beliefs, as it states that humans did not or have stopped evolving. In addition, it argues that humans were all created equal and that human struggles did not occur naturally, but as a result of the fall. Finally, all three of these views have disagreeing beliefs on divine intervention. Naturalists claim that God does not exist and did not play any role, but they argue that theists use God to fill in any currently explainable holes in the physical world. They believe that science will eventually prove the non-existence of God. Theistic evolutionists argue that God plays a guiding role in natural and evolutionary processes, while historical theists believe that God directly intervenes with his creation and sustains it. They believe that divine creation and intervention is not arbitrary and does not contradict a rational explanation of the world. It may seem that this can lead people to the conclusion that compromise is possible. However, upon close inspection, quite the opposite is the case. Theistic evolution is not a viable compromise for naturalism and theism, because it does not match with naturalism on its views about the existence of the soul and divine intervention, and does not match with historical theism on its views about its definition of humanity and divine intervention. If the skeptic was willing to follow the belief of theistic evolution, they would have to accept that it does not represent a compromise between naturalism and theism, but rather a whole new belief on its own. Conclusively, material monism cannot be supported by science. In 5.2, it was discovered that astronomical data does not support uniformity. In 5.3, it was discerned that no compromise between naturalism and theism exists.